What's good, everyone? Infamous Legacy here, back at it again with another Marvel's Avengers gear guide video. In this gear guide video, I'll be taking a look at Winter Soldier's technical power exotic gear set and showcase to you guys what gear pieces are in this gear set and where to farm them. And when it comes to all these gear guide videos that you guys have been seeing, use it as a tool for you guys to farm exotic gear pieces within the game. These videos are not build videos, so keep that in mind. These are just videos to showcase what gear pieces are in current gear sets. So let's get this started. I'm going to show you guys where to farm these gear pieces and also what are the best gear pieces to pay attention to from his technical power exotic gear set, which is also known as a Cybernetic gear set. So now with the gear, I'm going to go first with the heroic piece. This is the best gear piece that you can obtain from the technical power gear set for Winter Soldier. I got this with Valor, Precision, and Resolve. Really good for a ranged Winter Soldier build. If you are trying to go with, let's say, a hybrid build, aim for Valor, Precision, and Might. I like this piece because it comes with an extra assault heroic ability, which is Airstrike. So with that being said, you will basically have 3 assault heroic abilities to use with Winter Soldier with this gear piece equipped, because within his skill tree under the assault heroic ability, you guys do know you can unlock a secondary airstrike, and this one right here on this gear piece makes it the 3rd extra airstrike charge that you will have. And then we have Steel Forged Destruction, 20% increase in stun, critical chance, and all normal damage of intrinsic attacks. So that does have to do with your light intrinsic attacks like this and your heavy intrinsic attacks like this. And then we also have Stunning Spray Frenzy. So a lot of people are not aware of this. A lot of people thought with this particular perk, it has to affect your stunning ability. It kind of does, but this actually relates to your range skill. So increase the impact and rate of fire of Stunning Spray by 70%. So Stunning Spray is actually just a range attack. And you guys can see that right over here. So you guys can actually spam this and it has a 70% impact and rate of fire increase, which is crazy. So really good with that last perk for a range build, even a hybrid build. Now the defensive slot. So the defensive slot can come with Resolve, Resilience, Intensity. Sometimes all these exotic gear pieces can come with 2 out of the 3 stats, so keep that in mind. The first perk is Red Star Extension. Increase the duration of overcharge by 5 seconds. So overcharge means when your intrinsic meter is completely full, you'll be in an overcharged state, and that'll actually help you put out more damage. The next one relates to your support ability. Defeating enemies while your support heroic ability is active will extend the duration of the ability by 2.5 seconds. So you will see that right over here. So basically means you're going invisible for an extra 2.5 seconds if you really want to, look at it like that. And then the last perk is Red Star Destruction, 20% increased stun status and overall damage while overcharge is active. So again, something else relating to overcharge. This gear piece is probably the 2nd best gear piece next to the heroic slot, just because of the overcharge perks that you can get on it, and probably something that you might be using if you're leveling up, Winter Soldier, just to prepare him to run raids or even Omega level threats. Now the range piece. So with the range piece and even the melee piece, it can come with different combo finishers, different range attacks, and with different status effects. So keep that in mind. So the range piece I have here, Cybernetic Assassin, I got this with Precision, Intensity, Proficiency, and like I've mentioned, it can come with 2 out of the 3 stats as well. Steel Forged Prestige, increase the damage and reduce the use of intrinsic attacks by 25%. Something else that relates to your intrinsic attacks. And then I have range attacks with bullets deal shock damage. So range attacks with bullets deal shock damage can sometimes also be range attacks with grenades, deal plasma, shock, or vibranium, depending on the status. So keep that in mind. With this particular gear piece, it can roll with either bullets or grenades. Now the next one, nimble mark of assassination. Perfectly evaded enemies are marked for assassination. Marked enemies are instantly susceptible to takedowns without having to stun them first. So when you evade an enemy, you are going to mark them with the mark of assassination, and those marked enemies, you'll be able to do a takedown on them immediately. So similar to like Spider-Man's, perfectly evaded ability, where when he evades, he'll be able to do a takedown on an enemy without stunning him. Similar to that when it comes to this perk. And then the final piece is the melee slot, Cybernetic Killer. Proficiency and resilience. I did not get might on this, so might actually rolls on this gear piece as well. So might, proficiency, resilience is something you really want to aim for. It has red star impact, 30% increased damage and impact while overcharge is active. Something else that relates to your defensive slot. And then knife attacks inflict particle damage. It can either be knife attacks, signature attacks, or even shotgun attacks. So I'll show you an example right over here. You can see the melee piece can also come with shotgun attacks or even intrinsic attacks, signature attacks. So that's the second perk. And then we have Press the Charge boon, allowing Press the Charge to sit for 5 seconds after it has attached to a surface. Increases the critical hit chance by 100%. So that's an interesting perk, and that has to relate with your grenade launcher right here. So Press the Charge, you guys can see the grenade will stick to the surface, and then if you use the left trigger plus square, if you're on PlayStation, you can basically make it explode. But if you let it sit there for 5 seconds and then explode it, you have a 100% chance of doing a critical hit. So those are the gear pieces from the Winter Soldier's exotic technical power gear set. If you guys do have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And now in regards to where to get this gear, there's a couple ways to get this gear. First thing is you guys can actually run any elite weekly vault, and you can either get a melee or range slot plus a defense or heroic slot from the technical power gear set. And if it does come as a legendary, keep in mind these exotic gear pieces that I've shown you guys, the third perk will be different if it's a legendary version. So you can get it from there. Sometimes the daily vault can give it to you as well. The easiest way to try and obtain it is through the Red Room Takeover event. So objectives like this, even though it does show legendary technical power gear set, it does award you an exotic. This is a minor bug. Hopefully they fix the visual of this. And then the main objective gives you a technical power gear piece for all of your heroes. So I highly recommend, if you're trying to especially get that heroic piece, run the Red Room Takeover event. Take advantage of that. You will have a better chance of getting that heroic piece with the stats that you want. But if that event's not going on, you can wait every week for the weekly elite vault and get 2 technical power gear set gear pieces that can either be legendary or exotic. And then I'll show you guys the gear pieces once more. So again, this is the best gear piece to get. This will be second, this will be fourth, and this will be third. All right, so that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this Marvel's Avengers gear guide video for Winter Soldier on his technical power gear set, also known as a cybernetic gear set. Again, if you do have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you show your support by hitting that like and subscribe button. Until next time, I'm out. You guys take care. Peace.